Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I'll be playing Raging Loop, which is a new game that Luke gave to me for Valentine's Day as a present, and I definitely got some nice presents at Valentine's. But I just wanted to try out this game. It looked really good as well. I think it's a perfect present. It looks really interesting, and the art style's amazing of the game. So what I'll do is I'll start the game now. So we'll start off with Rikako Bow. Oh, what
ようこそノベルアドベンチャーゲーム
I bid you
レイ
welcome
ジン
to
グル
this
ープの
world
世
of
界
this
へ
visual novel Raging Loop.
私は
I'm nobody
単
special,
なる
honestly.
どれに足らない
Simply because
イン
simply
ターフェ
part
イス
of
的
the
キャラクターで
interface.
す
You may refer to
そう
me
で
as
すね
Rikako.
ここでは
You are most
初め
likely
て
playing
プ
this
レイ
game
な
for
さ
the
る
first
皆
time,
様に
and I'm here
こ
to
のゲ
explain
ー
a
ム
few
の
things
遊び
about it.
いくつか変わったと
It's
ころのあ
working
る
so
ゲー
quite
ムですの
strange to
で
see. It's recommended
最初
that
はぜひとも
the
全部の
initiated
説明をお読みいただきたい
take
と
time
思
to
い
read
ます
everything here.
特に動画
Those
配
uploading
信を
their
なさる
gameplay
方
should
は
at least read the
4
full
動
video
画や
sharing
シェアに
section.
最後まで読んでい
If you
ただ
read
け
until
た
the
ら
end, you'll find a sense
私の
of
セ
me
クシー
doesn't
な画像
exist.
が見られま
We
せん
truly do live in society,
世
a
間
harsh
は厳しゅ
society,
う
how
ござい
sad.
ますさて何からご説明いたしましょう
About this game, video sharing, I'm good. I'll just get to main story.
ふうふうとても長くなってしまいました
Phew, that's short.
ここまでお読みいただ
Okay,
き
well, thank you
誠
kindly
に
for
あり
reading
が
this
とう
far.
存じますそれでは
Anyway, let's
い
begin
よ
the
いよ
story.
限りなく濃い霧と
Beyond the pockets of
血煙の
mist
向
and
こう
haze of blood at the end of
繰り
the
返される
ever-repeating
絶望
span
人
grief.
狼村の真
Please
実を
come and witness the truth
どうか
of the werewolf
その目でご覧
village
くだ
with
さ
your
いま
own
せ
two
ペ
eyes.
コリ
Bow. She asked me to bow down. Used. Sun 5:11. Oof. I closed in on the side of the road and killed the engine. It was steeper than I'd thought. My bike was on the verge of giving out, so I pushed down and deployed the kickstand. Wow, bam blast! Maybe taking a ride down on an unknown road with no sat-nav on me wasn't such a good idea. I just followed the road, so I figured I wouldn't get lost, but now I was in some deep shit. No, call it. This isn't a big deal. I took note of the fact I'd gotten lost in my pocket journal and then pulled out a map. Suddenly, a rush of memories fitted into my mind. Oh, what were the memories? Oh no, we want to find out the memories. What? Why not show me the memories? I've got to unlock it. Oh no. Okay, just forget it for the moment until I can unlock it. I somehow kept myself from remembering these things. Trophy earned. After all, I'd gone on this trip to forget.
も
Haruaki Fusashi.
うやめやめ
Enough of that.
目の前の
I've got to focus on what's
現実を
happening right
直
now.
人生
Life
は
is
シンプ
simple,
ル
just like the road. It's
つまり
dark
この
and
道
there
の
aren't
ご
any
とく
guides.
真っ暗で
But
道案内もなく
that means
進む
all
か
you
返
gotta
すか
think about is whether you should
考
go
える
forward
こ
or
とは
back.
それだけ
Going back wasn't an option in this case, so I'd just move forward. Still, I wanted to know where I was at least, so I looked down at my map. It was all Greek to me. Last time I'd seen a sign, it was still light out, meaning I'd gotten lost after the sun had set. Sure, it was my own fault for just guessing which intersection I'd been passing through, that it'd take me 2 hours to conclude I was lost. Sounds like me. Crazy to think that just 2 hours of aimless driving got me almost surrounded by mountains. Oh my god, this would happen to me. They extended as far as I could see. If you flip this scenery upside down and shook it, it's unlikely even a shred of civilization would tumble out. Tumble out, I can't not say that word. Besides, asphalt below, my sweet ride, and the lamppost above, the first one in a row, and mind you, there was nothing man-made here. The pocket map I had wasn't detailed enough for me to figure out where I was.
進むか
You just probably can't read a map like me. Guess I'll just keep driving. I'd go as far as I could. Worst comes to worst, I'll just camp at the side of the road. At least in the car. Depends how much petrol he's got. 2 hours later, I deeply regretted ever thinking that. Basically, camping wasn't an option. This mountain road had no side to camp on. A dump truck I'd passed barely even fit on it. I'd also had my first close encounters with wild forest animals. I'd already seen 2 boars and 3 deer in those 2 hours alone. One of the deer had run a power to my bike while intently staring at me, and I had no idea what to think of that. I felt like it could smell my fear, and it did it just to make it worse. How dare the thing do that to a human? We're the kings of this planet, damn it! I'd have to remember to eat some venison once I came out to civilization. Anyway, camping out here was a bad idea, so I ended up either roadkill or animal food. Oh my god. And yeah, I didn't back out because... Why? Because I'm a pretty warped sort of guy and I won't pretend otherwise. That was actually the reason why my once comfortable relationship had gone away. Away? I never can say that word. Away. And I'd gone on this stupid trip. Still, despite acknowledging that, I chose to keep moving forward. It wasn't like I'd find a place to stay if I went back. I was actually starting to think that this experience might make a good conversation piece sometime down the road. It was really getting late at this point. Where would these roads take me anyway? It'd probably be disappointing. Soon enough the road became flat and I was out of the mountain pass. The forest remained abundant though, so I still didn't see much. Even so, the street lights and signs were enough to make me feel I was again nearing civilization. Keeps on saying that, civilization. The street lights, the right expression for lights in a forest, I'd have to look that up. As the road grew less rugged, I realised just how exhausted I was. All this mic handling had my hands really sore too. I really had to rest. Suddenly I saw something unexpected. Powerful, colourful, artificial lights. A convenience store. Oh, thank God for that. Whew. Yes, that's exactly what it was. It was next to an intersection between the road I was on and another even thinner road that could probably support only a single car. The sea of trees ended, giving room to the majestic child of our consumerist society. Yeah, that was an exaggeration. Apparently even a damn store was a big deal for someone who just stepped out the wild. It was called Fresh Mark. I'd seen several of them a few times during the day. It was probably a local franchise. The building didn't even look at all old. At least the parking lot looked a lot smoother compared to the roads. This was a pretty weird place to build something like that though. Was that close to a settlement, or did they actually make a profit off all lost travellers? I just asked that or something. The local shopkeeper was bound to know what was around these parts, not to mention I was thirsty. Thank God. I was welcomed by a weird chime sound. It looked like a normal convenience store. There were goods on the shelves, a counter on the left, and... Whoa! Whoa, check out those dreads. The worker at the counter was so mean looking it was scary. She was so imposing, I wouldn't have doubted if someone told me she was in charge of some ladies' army corps. Hey. Was that supposed to be greeting? It was so damn cold it actually gave me chills. Was this store shadier than it appeared? Was I about to be stupidly overcharged? Was this how the place made a profit, by taking advantage of lost people and basically beating them out of their money? Shit, that was scary. Clearly the Wonderland had only just begun. I was sure I was excited for the beating. I grew more nervous and less enthusiastic by the second. I embraced myself, but she just looked down at a magazine in her hands. Oh, so she was just a slacker. Slightly disappointed, I walked around the store. It was about what you expect. There was a small shelf with energy drinks, followed by some stationeries, travel goods, sanitary stuff, etc., etc. There were sweets that came with toys, a shelf cup ramen, and dry food. Fridge, freezer, it all looked normal. It was late, so the daily dish and packed lunch section was completely empty. The only special thing about this place was the section full of unpacked vegetables you expect to see at a greengrocer's. Maybe all rural. Can I ever say that word? Rural. Rural. I can't say it. Rural. I still can't say it. Convenience stores were like this. I was slightly surprised by that, but there wasn't any local fine foods or anything, so all in all, it was an remarkable store, if you ignore the clerk anyway. Oh my god, he definitely wrote a review for this place. I took a drink and brought it to the register. Huh. Yep, she really was a highlight of this place. What kind of clerk smokes while she's dealing with the customer? You're actually buying. Yes, I was actually buying. She was a clerk and I'd be her guard, the customer.
126 円
126 yen. She didn't even scan it. The exchange was at the mostly clerk. God is dead. Whoa. Maybe I have to get mad at her.
ちょっといいですか
Can I ask you something?
あ
実は道に迷ってしまって。
I quickly turned meek.
町はどっちに
Where
ある
can I
でしょう
find the
か
nearest town?
あっち
There?
いや、その、
Don't
でき
you
れば
actually have a map or something?
ない
We don't. Man, this woman.
いや、そんなはずはない
I'm
で
not
し
sure
ょ
I believe that convenience
コン
stores
ビニなん
often
て
get
大体
asked
道
for
聞かれ
directions.
る
You
か
must
ら
have a map
地
handy.
図は上
知らねえよないもんはね
That of all, well, we
おとな
don't
しく
have
来た道
one.
戻
Go
れ
back
よ
wherever you came
も
from.
う数時間
I've been
迷
lost
っ
for a
て
few
るもん
hours.
で
I don't think I can keep up
こ
for
れ以
much
上は
longer.
その辺の
Sleep on the
床で
floor or
寝てけ
something.
ば
Wow. Great. Just
いや
joking.
お気持ちだけでいいんで道だけちゃんと教えていただけたら
I appreciate the sentiment. I'd rather be on my way. Are you sure you can't help? No, because I'm a miserella.
ああもう
Alright,
Yeah.
just wait. Oh, she will. Clerk put her smoke in the ashtray and went to the staff only area. She came back in no time.
あったわ
She was angry. Oh, she did have a map. Of course she did. Even more ill-tempered than usual, the clerk started giving out an explanation.
これがこの店
This here's the store. Go to the north of the
北へ行け
crossroads.
うんうん
Hmm.
しばらくしたら
You'll
立
find an
教があっ
overpass
から
soon enough. Cross
渡
it
れ
when you come to the
最
fork
初の
next
分
to
岐
the
のと
giant
こに
boulder, then
大
turn
岩
and
が
then head
え
straight
この
this road.
んだよ
What of it?
いやこの
There's
先
nothing there.
書かれてねえ
The
だけで
settlement
集
is just
落
not
があ
on
ん
the
だよ
map.
うん
Do you know
そこ以
any
外な
other
ら
places?
富士吉村まで行くには峠道を2時
Fujiyoshi,
間
but it's 2 hours
こっ
through
ち
a
なら
mountain
30
pass.
分で着く
This one's about 30 minutes away. Fujiyoshi seems to be a village. It did look too far away, but the road leading to it was a huge branching mess. It was clearly just a paved mountain pass. I'd had enough of those. For one day, I'll probably just get lost again.
じゃ
I'd go to
こっち行
that
ってみ
one
ま
then.
す
Thank
Got
you. Money? Oh, really? She's asking for money for a map? You're joking. This reminds me of going on holiday to Malta when me and Lou went to Malta.
はい
Sorry. The area in Malta we went to, definitely wanted money. As in some people there. Ah, yeah. Excuse me. Definitely our worst holiday. Beautiful country, but just
払ってねえだろ
rude people most of the
茶のや
time.
つ
Yep. Probably the area we were in. You didn't pay for the tea. Yes, it
ああ
did.
じゃあ
Oh
500
no,
円
yeah, she didn't, yeah. Here's 500 yen. Ding Russell jingle.
な
It's
ぜ
Christmas again.
お釣りを
Why
無
did you
断で
put the
募
chain
金
in
箱に
collection
入れるんで
box
す
without
か
asking me?
小銭多いとうぜ
Having
え
too
だ
many
ろ
coins is a pain, ain't it? That was a hell of a line. I casually thanked her, grabbed the plastic bottle of tea. She didn't give me a bag, by the way, and left the store. She didn't give a bag. I hate that when you go to places and they find an excuse not to give you a bag. I once went to a takeaway and the guy gave me my fish and chips, rude guy, completely rude, when I lived back in Coventry, and he didn't even give me a bag, so I was carrying greasy fish and chips down the road in my hand, wrapped in paper only. So rude. Back in them days I never used to like say anything to anyone, so I didn't stick up for myself. But now I'd be like, can I have a bag please? I drank the tea in the parking lot and looked up at the moon, obscured by clouds, but still not bright enough to outshine the light of the convenience store. The The clerk put me in a bad mood though, so I didn't enjoy the sight. I threw the bottle into a nearby trash can and aggressively drove away. Following the directions, I crossed the overpass and raged at the first fork in the road. The byway, she told me, that was really narrow. I probably wouldn't have noticed it if it were not the tall boulder standing there like a roadside shrine for some traveller deity. Sorry, I couldn't read that then. Turning carefully, I got on the road. A minute later, I found myself in an even worse wilderness than before. The veil of dead leaves covered the ground, tall grass sided the path, and the sky above was blocked by overgrown shrubs, making it feel like I was passing a wooden tunnel. The road itself was a huge red flag. It was a wonder why I didn't just turn around. The exchange from before might have pissed me off more than I thought. Still, I really didn't expect the road to just end. Oh no. It happened about 15 minutes in. The view ahead suddenly turned strangely dark, and a split second later the bike tipped forward. Whoa. I reflexively hit the brakes and it was too late. I started going down a cliff. My bike titled downwards and its suspension was put to the greatest test yet, as we basically tumbled down to the bottom. Oh no. Oh sorry, my phone made a weird noise. The headlights suddenly shone on some dirt and grass. I knew then I'd be flung off my seat. Fuaki Fusashi. Stiffening a scream, I tried to work some steering and brake magic to slow down without collapsing, but that was too big of a task for a simple road bike. At the bottom of the cliff, it just jumped higher than ever before. The suspension couldn't handle the impact, and I was launched into the air. Oh no, that sounds horrible. A moment later, I heard a crash and felt an impact, after which came on an unpleasant pain. Ooh. Felt like my controller. Damn it. An accident where I was flung out like that was a first for me. The launch was really something too. I did a 360 in the air and fell on my back. My breathing stopped for a moment and the pain was so bad. I thought all my bones shattered. My face and limbs seemed pretty fine, at least, though I wasn't sure if that counted as a silver lining. There was grass under my hands. I felt it even though the gloves and the smell of the green made it clear what I landed on. I pushed down and my hand sunk. The grass growth was pretty hefty. It was probably the reason I came out relatively okay. Oh. Sure, my joints creaked when I stood up, but aside from that, it was fine. It was really dark, so I couldn't really confirm it, but I was pretty sure I wasn't even bleeding. My bike, however, wasn't nearly as lucky. Oh boy. Oh, he was on a bike. I thought he was in a car. He was lying on its side a short distance ahead. Thank God it was overgrown grass then. The engine was still on. The back wheel kept turning, making an unpleasant fricative noise. Yep, it was busted. I walked up, killed the engine, and took the key. With the headlights up, I was surrounded by absolute darkness, so I just stood and waited until my eyes adjusted. I still couldn't see very clearly, but it looked like this actually wasn't a cliff. I was still on the road, but just wasn't paved beyond this point. Obviously, a road bike stood no chance against an unpaved road. That woman actually tried to kill me. Zigzagging through the trees, I followed the narrow footpath deeper into the forest. I tried getting my bike up, running again, but instantly gave up. I was partially stuck in the mud, and there was a risk of slipping and getting me into another accident. So maybe I had to turn around. The moment I considered that, I thought I saw a faint light ahead. If that woman wasn't lying, this road led to a settlement. Was I close? I reached into my jacket's pockets, took out my phone, and opened it up. As you expect, I was out of range. I ran the light app and shone a light to see better. Though weak, it was better than nothing. At the very least, it helped me watch where I was going. I had no idea how long I'd been walking for, but sure enough, I couldn't see a light beyond the shrubs. It was weaker than I expected. A flashlight, perhaps? I could hear water too. I might have been near a river.
すいません
Oh, hello. I raised my voice.
すいません誰かいませんか
Anyone there? Still declaring my presence, I walked forward. I was late at night where I had to bump into someone here. The scare would probably take away a few years off our lives. That was why I figured out it was best for us both to let the other know we were here before that happened. However, there was no response. Could they not hear me over the rapids?
すいません
Hello? I shone my light ahead and realised I made it into an opening. Sure enough, there was a river, or a stream rather. Ooh. I could slightly see more than I had while surrounded by trees. Straining my eyes, I saw a rocky river beach and the shallows. The light I'd seen on the other side, from what I could tell, was either a lantern or a flashlight and was close to the ground. I didn't see any people though. No one responded to my shouting either. Poor guy. I wasn't excited about it, so I decided to step into the water. The cold water quickly soaked my shoes and socks. I could have taken them off, but I figured that crossing the river barefooted at midnight was a bad idea. But man, was it cold. I put my phone back into my jacket. I needed both my hands free in case I fell. Not stopping or backing down, I walked towards the light. Suddenly became deeper. The water reached my knees now. That was too close for comfort. Feeling the bottom of my toes, I balanced myself and somehow avoided losing my footing. The flow was fiercer than I'd expected. If I slipped and fell, I'd probably be washed away. It suddenly hit me I was doing something really weird, but it was too late to back down. Putting my hands on the boulders, carefully checking what I was stepping into, I gradually made it to the other side. There, with an unpleasant wet sound in every step, I walked up to the light. I could already see it clearly. Yep, it was flashlight, lying on the ground for some reason. Oh. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll leave it on a bit of a, cliffhanger. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, share, to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and give mine and Luke's channels both a sub.
Sorry for ruining your video.
No, it's fine. As Luke was in the video anyway, so definitely give him a sub and turn on notifications for his video releases too. And hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see what happens next. It's really interesting so far, this game is. And I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching.